Hi everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I have a layout for Hip Kit Club using the August 2021 kits, playing along with the weekly challenge, which is a colour challenge. So the colour challenge is to use Peacock Colours, which is pretty cool. I've got blue, green, yellow and orange, and I have cut out a load of mandalas and the points, triangles from the Vicky Boutin colour study paper. You all know which one I'm talking about. That paper, that fantastic paper. This is my second sheet of it. I love it. I have just cut out the colours I want and discarded the rest. And then the mandalas from the Paige Evans paper. They're gorgeous too, so I've cut out the ones that I need. And we had a DT prompt to use a starburst design as well. So that's why I'm using those triangles from the Vicky Boutin paper, and I'm arranging them in a kind of a starburst fan type way. Yeah, I've got my little photo. I've got the word Sunkissed because we were on holiday on a beach. And I just adore those colours. They're so summery and bright and happy, just so lovely. So I'm just going to arrange everything together now and stick everything together and see what I can come up with. So I want my photo to sit on the point. I want the mandalas to sit roughly in the same area as the colourful triangles themselves. Of course, I want to distress the edges and raise everything up on foam pads. But I'm having trouble getting the mandalas to sit correctly and look nice, coupled with the Vicky Boutin shards of triangles. It was a little bit challenging. They just, for some reason, it wouldn't go together. By adding the mandalas, we lost the starburst shape. I think that was my issue. So I needed probably needed smaller mandalas or to tuck them further in, or less of them. But I just wanted to use them all because they're all so pretty and beautiful that I just wanted to use. Always want to use all the things. That's the problem. But you have to be careful it doesn't end up looking messy. Okay, so my photo needed some separation against the very, very, very busy background. There's something about black and white prints against loads of colour. It just gives a real kind of pop of drama. I love it. So I grabbed some journaling cards from the Pocket Life kit, the August Pocket Life kit, and mounted my photo onto the dotty one. And then I've also got a diagonal striped one as well that I'm going to use in a minute. Some of them were a little bit overpowering, so I'm trying to use the wide stripes there, but that didn't really work. It was a bit overpowering. So, but I do come back in later on with the diagonal stripes. I'm just currently flirting with the idea of adding a little something over on the right-hand side with possibly another photo, but decided against that in the end. Okay, so I have this whole piece that's kind of stuck together, and I've removed it from the layout. I finally arranged it in a position that I liked, I've put it onto the layout and drawn around it very carefully with a pencil, just slightly underneath where it will sit. And I'm planning to provide a little kind of glow around the edge of the whole thing. And I want to match the colours to the colours in the papers. So I'm using 2 of the inks from the colour kit, the August colour kit. So I've got the yellow one and the blue one. And I also wanted to bring in some orange. So I grabbed an older orange ink pad that I've got. I think it was from a previous colour kit. It's a Stamp Market one. And then I also grabbed a couple of Distress Oxides as well, just to complete my colours that I needed, because I couldn't quite make them all from the 3 ink pads that we had in the colour kit. So I just grabbed a couple of other ink pads as well, just to add to that effect. There's the dark blue going on now. That's that beautiful Catherine Paula ink pad there, and that just completes that circle. Lovely. It looks really, really lovely. I'm going to add some splatters of the same colours around the outside as well. So just going to wet the ink and splatter on using a paintbrush. And I'm going to do that colour on colour as well, of course. Just going on with the Distress Oxide one now. I'm just going to splatter those sections. And then I'm going to carry on doing that with the yellow, the green, the orange, and keep doing that all the way around the outside edge of this kind of glow area that I've created around my my Starburst. Unfortunately, I feel that the glow was a little bit too much of a glow afterwards. I think it's the bit over on the right hand side that I don't like the most, because I didn't stick close enough to the shard, the triangle. I also did a glow around the mandala that was in place, and I probably shouldn't have done. So I feel that it kind of lost its effect. It looks good everywhere else, but on that section it doesn't look as good. It was just too wide because I extended it significantly to go around the mandala as well. So just a little rookie mistake there for me. I don't use ink pads for mixed media very often, but I'm getting into it a bit more these days. And I also like the control that you have by doing that as opposed to paint in the packaging technique. I'm enjoying the control of applying inks via an ink applicator rather than with water and packaging or a paintbrush. So I'm just having a bit of, just experimenting a bit with those, and I'm still finding my way. I think I also added some white paint splatters on top of my ink colours as well. You probably can't see them on screen, but they are there. I am now just, all my main design is now stuck in place. I've stuck that down, and I've raised some up on foam pads as well, and now I'm just going to add all the other little bits and pieces to the layout. So lots and lots of fun, colourful, happy things in the August kits. I love them, perfect for summer holidays. So I've got the word title. What am I talking about? I've got the word Sunkissed for my title. That is an exclusive title from one of the exclusive packs. I've stuck that on with foam pads. I've also got some other mandalas, the smaller ones from Paige's paper, and then I'm adding other bits and pieces. So I've got a little yellow circle that says Chasing Dreams, a sunshine. I've added some Simple Storage chipboard pieces, so I've got a crab and a seagull. We were on a beach, so they work really well. A little umbrella, like a parasol. Then on the green section, I've got Better Together and a little lime wedge, as well as the mandala that I shouldn't have done a glow around. And then at the top I've got a cloud, a couple of hearts. I've added some flowers as well. It's all coming together really nicely. I just want to add, here I am adding my white. So I thought I had some white, but obviously didn't do it initially. I've done it afterwards. My white's running out, and guess what? Amazon haven't got any, so I'm really annoyed. I've been looking at them for months thinking I must order one. And then now that it's literally down to vapours, I can't get one. That's typical, isn't it? So I've had to actually water it down a little bit and add some splatters with a paintbrush because I can't get enough out of my paint shaker anymore, which is a little bit frustrating, but they'll come back into stock soon. I'll survive until then. I probably could refill it actually, but yeah, I haven't got any white paint to put in it, so anyway, I'll think about that. Right, so I have now added a line of black stitching around the outside edge of my white cardstock background, and I've stuck this whole layout onto the sheet of paper with all the black and white flowers on. The reason for that is because I like my layouts to have borders, but I wanted a subtle border on this layout, so the stitched line was perfect and a little bit of distressing to reveal a very small paper border around the outside as well. Just makes me happy. I didn't want the border you see to impact the design because the design itself is extremely colourful, so I didn't want colours around the outside. The black and white was literally the perfect accompaniment there. So just adding in some journaling now. I've actually drawn some lines using a ruler and my black journaling pen, and I'm handwriting my journaling there. That's the other thing I like about inks as opposed to paint. You can write over the top of it really nicely, much smoother than going on top of paint. So that's nice. Just a little story about my little boy and how much he loved the beach. We don't go to the beach very often, and he really loved it. Took me on a massive walk looking at all the crabs and rock pools and snails and all sorts of things. So that was fun. Okay, so there we go. That is my layout complete. I hope you like it. I really enjoyed this week's colour challenge. It was great fun. Gorgeous colours. Don't forget that if you are a Hip Kit Club subscriber, you get the main kit at a reduced price, 15% discount off all add-on kits, and access to exclusive subscriber cut files. So lots of reasons to subscribe. Thank you so very much for joining me today. That was Niki Rowland for Hip Kit Club.